with Tyler Biggs of the Toronto Marlies and former Oshawa General. Tyler, how was your time in Oshawa? You only spent the year there, but what were your best memories?
I thought it was a great experience for me. I think coming from college, I didn't really know what to expect. And, I come in and we had a great group of guys and a great coaching staff that made the process easy for me. So just having a group of guys like that to kind of bond with, I think was pretty special.
Usually, in college, people look up after their alma mater. So do you do something like that with the Generals? Do you keep track of what they've been up to since you played there? Or is that something that's kind of like I played there and then move on?
I don't think it's something that you move on, but at the same time, you have some priorities elsewhere at the time. And, for right now, my main focus is the Marlies, but at the same time, I keep tabs on the guys that are playing and, if they're doing well or what the case may be. So, you definitely don't fall out or never look back, but, like I said, at the same time, you have some responsibilities here, too.
You get to see a kid named Michael Dalcole who's shooting up the draft charts right now. What were your impressions of him, seeing him as such a young kid?
Oh, he was, an excellent first-round pick, obviously, and an even better kid. I was fortunate enough to have him on my line with Boone Jenner all year, and we developed some great chemistry, and I'm sure he's going to do very well in the future.
Boone's playing in Columbus right now. Do you guys keep in contact and kind of get stories about how the life is up there so that you're more prepared for it once you get that call up from the Leafs?
Well, I think, we'll talk a little bit here and there. As far as what's going on in Columbus, I think it's more just how you doing, how's the family doing, whatever it may be. Hopefully I get to see Booner soon, and then we'll catch up again.
What's your first season like in the pro level up here with the Marlies? How's it been so far?
I think it's been great for me. I think, I'm kind of getting into a role now, and it's been a whole new experience. Obviously, my first year pro, but I'm excited for what's ahead.
How hard is it to be in a pressure-packed media city like Toronto? And, people thought that at the time of the draft that maybe it wasn't the right pick. Does that serve as motivation to prove them wrong and show that you were the guy that should have been taken there?
To be honest, I really don't even think about it. I'm just out here playing the game. And that's the way it's going to continue being. And, you can't please everyone. I'm sure some people might have liked it. Some people might not have. But that's just the way it goes.
Your dad born in Mississauga. In the under-18 tournament, you score a goal against Team Canada in overtime to eliminate them. What was that feeling like? And do you go home and kind of rub that into Dad and be like, hey, beat your countrymen?
No, I think, before I started playing for USA, I think he would have been a little disappointed. But I think I can guarantee you that him and my mom were the happiest two people watching that on the computer overseas.
Was it easy to make a decision to go to the U.S. National Developmental Program, or were there discussions about maybe joining Hockey Canada since you do have the bloodlines?
There definitely was that thought. I went back and forth during the year. And, for me, it was just another good developing, 2 developing years for me. And, I thought the track record of guys there and, the situation that they had as far as playing juniors and playing the international as well, I thought it was the right place for me.
How big is the fact that your dad used to play in the National Hockey League helped you in your career and maybe prepare you for what's to come?
Well, I think it's huge. I can bounce everything off him because he's a guy that's been there already. And, he's not going to hold anything back from me. He's going to be honest with me, whether I like to hear it or whether I don't. It doesn't really matter. But to have that honesty and to have him coaching me all the way up till I was about 14 years old was, it's made my career so far.
You have long bus trips playing down in the AHL. Are you kind of used to that, though, just because putting up with it in Ottawa or in Oshawa, going up to places like Sault Ste. Marie and stuff, does it make it easier?
I think all bus trips can be hard. You just, hope you got a seat to yourself and, maybe pass out a little bit early. But, it's pro hockey right now. So, I think there's really not much you can do about it, but there's not too much you can get used to for it either.
From your draft year, how far do you think you've come along in terms of growing as a player, and what's really improved for you since 2012?
I think it's really my skating. I think I was a little bit off balance at times. I was strong on the corners. And to develop into a more power forward role, a guy that can control the puck down low more, I think that's what I've really worked on. And I think I've definitely come a long way with it.
What's the hardest adjustment so far coming up to the pros that you've had to make from that leap coming up from junior?
Well, I think all decisions are quicker. You know, you got to know what you're doing as soon as you get the puck. You always got to have your feet moving. And I think that's the biggest part right now. And, you know, for all we have a lot of rookies, we have a very young team. And I think there's definitely an adjustment period, but we're coming along just fine.
Well, thanks a lot for that, and best of luck this season.
Thank you very much.